Alright, it's been a couple days. Gotten some things polished. Mainly I've been wire tucking the engine bay and relocating the fuse box. Thanks to wiring specialties, it's been a lot easier to do that than it normally would be. All I ended up having to really do was, well, get the whole body harness out that comes through the tunnel and all the way around, and then it connects to something that goes to the ECU around that side. I had to cut open the whole loom going around towards the wiper and all the headlights and separate this plug so it could go to the ECU in the cabin. And then this, which is normally plugged in right on the fuse box, is going through the cabin as well. And that left me with just having to cut all of my headlight and blinkers and fog light wires and extend them quite a bit, about like 6 feet. I just have to reconnect them. I labeled them all, but and then that's pretty much it. It's been a long day, but I got it pretty much all done. Tomorrow I just gotta connect these, and then I was gonna probably pull up my carpet and get this all nice in there and put a hole right here so that way it could just all hang out under my driver's seat. And then I'll just have to tuck these up through the dash somehow. Figure that out. Yeah, it was a lot simpler than I thought it would be. It was kind of complicated having to separate the looms to get certain plugs out where I need them to be, but I ended up needing about 120 feet of wire, because I had to extend 12 wires for the headlights, and then this module is normally sitting here, but I'm gonna put that in the car, and then so 12 wires for the headlights need to get extended. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this yet, because I don't know if this triggers a light on my dash for like low brake fluid or something. I was just gonna check first, because if I don't need it, I don't want to have another wire. This is pretty much everything we're gonna have. We just have the headlight wires coming like this, and I still need to connect the positive for the alternator, which isn't in there yet, but the positive for the alternator needs to run all the way to this messed up little thing that I don't know how that happened. And then I tried to order the 5-point ground from Wiring Specialties, but it wasn't in stock. It was on back order, blah blah blah. So with the remnants of my factory harness, I'm just gonna try and make one, make it look all nice and tidy. Just gonna ground the intake manifold, the block, the head, and then the exhaust manifold. Ground them to the chassis. Make sure it's a real good ground. And yep, hopefully that works. Oh, and a ground on the alternator. But I think that's actually included on the Wiring Specialties engine harness. But grounds aren't really a big issue. You can't have too many of them, so why not put a bunch? As long as it looks nice. No harm. Yeah, right now, the intake manifold's just kind of sitting in there. I'm waiting for a oil cooler delete kit that I ordered that deletes the factory heat transfer oil cooler, and I'm just going to run a normal oil cooler in the front. But yeah, it's been a couple more days. Hopefully we just keep trucking and it gets done pretty soon, goes to the dyno. Still got a lot more to do. I got to put the fuel pump in. I got to run the fuel lines, because my old ones I thought were E85 rated, but they weren't, so I ordered new ones. And then I got to put the meth kit on and tidy up a bunch of other stuff, but making progress.